Day 8.
We already told people we were going to record two in a row.
Right.
We didn't tell them we were going to talk for like an hour in between the two.
Because I said, let's stop the recording because then I can like go get a drink of water and use the restroom, whatever. But then, then we just started chatting. So now we have to focus. But I did want to ask about your sweater.
I feel like we talked about this sweater in previous years.
Maybe.
This is thrifted. This is a thrifted wool sweater. I call it my grandpa cardigan.
I like it.
Because it has like that sort of shawl collar, and it has like they're not actually leather, but they have like that style of woven
buttons.
leather.
Yeah.
Buttons. Yeah. And it is I forget what the thing, but it's 100% wool. I got it at a thrift store, J. Ashford, and it has.
And it's just that comfy kind of thing. Can wear it with everything.
I live in this like all through winter.
It's nice.
And it was like $6 at a Savers or a Goodwill near our house.
I keep looking for good thrifted grandpa cardigans, and I haven't found one yet. One day I will.
I think the problem is that they don't get a ton of them, So like every now and then I'll go into a thrift store and there'll be like 5. And I'm just like, oh, and I don't necessarily buy them all. In fact, I haven't bought any for quite a few years now. And by that, I mean like 2. But I have noticed that, there's either like a good haul possibility or there's none.
Right.
So I think there's something that like they go pretty quickly and then you just have to wait for
the next round. The next grandpa cardigan distribution. So, or you could just make your own, you could. I mean, this is the girlfriend cardigan.
I'm going to show you. Sorry. I'll let you talk about it in a sec. This is, so it's just a 1x1.
Yeah.
But and then it's obviously machine knit, but I like that they just used a smaller size for the cuff.
Yeah.
And then just carried it on as they went up.
Yeah.
And it's just like a tubular cast on, and you can just do a sweater. You can just do a sweater. It's so cool. But you've worn that one on a couple episodes so far. We haven't really talked about it.
I just like it. I just really like it. And it's comfy. And this was just light fingering. I had a bunch of skeins of the same variegated purpley color. It was a light fingering several years ago from Lauren at A Girl in Her Wool. And then I just held together a lighter gray alpaca, not mohair. That's too hairy for me, but it was just a Surrey alpaca. But I liked it. You start out with a I-cord that's really long. It was like 300 and something stitches. And then you pick up one side, you knit the right front, the left front, and then you pick up the other side of the I-cord, you knit the back, and then you join underneath, and it's just garter stitch, and it's just squishy, and it's just nice. And then on the bottom is it's just a 1x1 rib with, I didn't even do a tubular cast off, it's just a regular bind off. Love it. It's just cozy.
Have you been seeing the ads on Instagram and such for the I-cord knitter, the mechanized I-cord knitter?
Mechanized? I know there's a regular I-cord. There's one called a cordsmith.
Is that what it's called?
And it has like 3 latch hook prongs, and you just...
Yeah, and you like feed it in. Yeah, well, you feed it in, and then the machine just does it.
I haven't seen a machine thing.
Oh, I want one so bad for
a machine thing.
A couple $100.
Why?
But it has like a tensioner on it, and you feed it through, and it is like the latch hooks that are doing it, but you feed it through and then it just goes, and it can do, I forget how many feet in a minute kind of thing. It just cranks it out, and you can just like let it do it. And I'm hoping, I have a grand plan, and I don't know if it will work because I think, I don't know that I have enough yarn for it, but what I would like is to use all my scrappy Shetland wool and just feed it through and then knit the resulting I-cord.
Into a rug or something?
Into something, a rug or a blanket or something.
Oh.
I think that would be a really fun,
interesting,
funky thing to do.
That
So
would be really
that's
interesting.
like top of my wish list for Christmas. And also that it will actually work like they show that it works.
Valid
Because
concern.
who knows?
Yes. So, do you want to show our stripes before we talk about our topic of the day or
Yeah.
not? Okay.
Yeah.
Because as we left off yesterday, we had not cloud denser, but a very light blue.
Yeah.
House, yes, very light blue.
That's fine.
So that's pretty cool. Now we go to the brown and look now. Oh, look
Hala.
at that.
Orange.
Yeah. And
I
this
love
is
it.
like, to me, this reminds me of like creamsicle orange.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is like crush. I don't know. This is orange.
It's a creamsicle. Now, careful. You're
I
getting
don't
to the
know. I
end
think
there.
creamsicle would be a little more fadey
Okay.
in my
I don't
mind.
know. It's cool.
To me, this is like I bet there's a more creamsicle-y color coming.
I don't
To me,
know.
it's orange. This is orange.
It's gonna be
I'm
fun. This is
excited for
gonna be
that. I
fun.
love blue and orange as a pairing. I think it's
Okay.
one of the perfect.
So, Broncos colors, just saying.
Just saying.
Dang.
J8. Boom. Where's the thing? There you
Ooh.
go. So this one is Tormentil Meal. So this is our second yellow from Uradale. We have Meadow Sweet as well. And then we have these two like ready colors.
Wow.
So that's 4. And we actually have
Wow.
6 days of Uradale. So we have more Uradale coming.
Okay. That's lovely.
Let's see
Wonderful.
if I can I do all 8? Oh, there
Try.
we go.
There you go. For a second. Okay, day 8 from a girl in her
Trail
wool.
in her wall.
We'll see see if I can. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so we still have a lot of this, but look
Oh,
right
a little
there.
bit. There's a little bit poking through.
Yeah, so let's see. Let me see how many I can arrange in order to see the progression here. Okay, so here's 5, 6, 7, 8. And then, well, can you see the thing going on right there? Maybe that's a preview of what's to come. But look at
I
that.
feel like now that we can see that one and that little bit of color, now like looking back at the previous
Yeah,
one,
right
I
there.
can see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't really notice it
I didn't
before.
either.
Yeah.
I
It's
love
almost
this
like
so
she
much.
knows how to play with color.
Oh, she does. I love that.
All right,
So
that's the business, people. Now
that's
we
the
have some
business.
fun.
So now I'm going to get my list because we want to talk about what we like to watch, things that
Yeah.
are out right now that you might enjoy watching while knitting.
Yes.
I have a list, and so do you.
Yes. And you were going to go first because you said you had more than I
Well,
do.
I think I have 7 or 8. Yeah.
I have 5. So you start and end.
Okay. So first, the ones I'm going to mention first are all on Netflix
Okay.
as
I
opposed to other platforms.
have 1. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So there's one called House of Guinness, and it's a Netflix limited series, and it's about the Guinness Brewery and how that came to be. And it is fiction, but it's based on, actual events.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed watching that, and it ended in a way that clearly indicates there'll be another season.
I have heard that company does well by itself, so they probably could go on for a while.
So, yeah, I thought that was interesting. That was a good
My
show.
husband has been watching that,
Okay.
which surprised me because he doesn't usually like what are they called? Period pieces, historical
Yeah.
dramas.
Oh, okay. That's
But
like my favorite genre.
I know,
Yeah.
same.
Wow.
But he's the one who's been watching it, and I've been like, I don't got time for that.
Okay. I thought it was pretty good.
I don't have time for it, but that doesn't mean that I won't eventually watch it.
Yes, but it might be on your list for later.
Yes. I'm like I said, I'm writing down the ones that you say.
Okay. Same.
So, My well, we're doing Netflix. I only have one from Netflix, and it's the one that I've just started this morning, and I'm kind of laughing a little bit about. It is Sean Combs' The Reckoning, and it's a documentary on P. Diddy Combs, Puff Daddy, Puffy, however you want to call him, starting produced by his arch nemesis 50 Cent, starting with his childhood and going up to the modern day. And I think it's 4 episodes, and I'm like halfway through the 3rd episode.
Already?
This all happened. Like Puff Daddy started his professional career when I was halfway through high school. And so like my young life, my like when I was cool period overlaps heavily with like what has been discussed so far. And then of course, like with all the stuff that he has gotten up to since then.
Okay.
So it's so funny to me.
It's a throwback for you.
It is very much a throwback. But I also like with the whole gangster rap and East Coast, West Coast stuff. I was aware of it as when I didn't listen to it heavily. I was aware of it, and it was in the culture, so I had heard a lot of it. I wouldn't switch the channel if it was on MTV, but I also wasn't like only listening to gangster rap. Yeah. So like a lot of the drama and everything that happens, like the Tupac and the Biggie and all of that stuff, like I was aware of all of that happening. Yeah. And so like to be the age I am now, and to feel like so invested in this story about gangster rap. Because when I was, 20, 22, if I had been like, what is like a 49-year-old woman had been interested in this story, I would have been like, what is going on with you? But now I am the 49-year-old woman who was young and cool when all this stuff was going on. So I'm like,
it's relatable. Well, yeah.
He did what? Like just all of it.
It's relatable because you lived it at the time. Sure.
I lived it at the time.
And I'm older than you by enough where I was out of that cool phase. I didn't care. I wasn't into it. Because I'm 7 years older than you are.
Yeah. You had moved on to other things. You had your cool time was shifted a little bit. Not that we're not so cool. I had a cool time. Don't
honestly,
get me wrong.
I don't think I had a cool phase at all. Honestly, I don't think it happened ever.
I mean, it's fine. It was my cool phase. I'm not saying I was cool. I'm just saying it was my cool phase.
Fair. Okay, so that's what you're watching on Netflix at the moment.
So if you are of an age, I would say it has been a very interesting watch.
Okay.
So far.
Fair enough.
And I know that it gets like it's a train wreck. It's just a constant train wreck. This man's life. He has just been an awful person forever.
Yeah, I don't think
you see like the childhood, and you kind of get an idea of like where a lot of this came from.
Yeah, but it's just that's not my thing. I don't think behavior. I would watch.
Yeah. So that's it's there. It's number
one.
So
another Netflix that I have watched recently, that it's a movie, it's not a series, and honestly I think every American needs to watch this. It's called House of Dynamite, and it's really makes you think, and I really think that everyone should watch it before they go and vote for their state representatives as well as the presidential election, because it's all about what would happen if our country were under an emergency attack, and you want to vote for people that you think would make good decisions in an emergency situation. Anyway, it just totally makes you think. And the way that it ends is startling. I'll just say that. I mean, to me, it was. And I'm not trying to be dramatic. I'm just saying the way that it ended was unexpected.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a movie. So what's that?
The enemies become lovers.
No. No.
I haven't seen it. I have no idea. This is the second time you've recommended it though. So it's already on my list
I'm going to give you another Netflix before we move on.
Okay. Yeah.
It's also a limited Netflix series. I think there's only 4, maybe 6 episodes, and it's called Death by Lightning.
Yes, that one's so good.
Yeah, it was super interesting about
Yeah.
President Garfield and the man that shot him. And
Yeah.
this is, it's like a blip in history, but it was really interesting. It was super interesting. So,
So you and I talked about this a bit like
did.
days ago
Yeah,
when
we
we were
did.
not, and
Yeah.
I told you like I have this very clear memory from being in high school US history class,
Yeah.
and like in my history book, and I can still see the page. Like I know the artwork. If I were to see the artwork again, I would be like, that's the etch
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
this. Um, I remember there was one paragraph that covered the assassinations that were not Abraham Lincoln.
Right. And
And I
that was
remember
it.
just being like, huh, there's got to be more of a story to that. But we didn't have Google then, so it was just
Right.
like, well, I
And
got
they
to
didn't,
finish this assignment.
yeah, I
And
guess they didn't give it enough time. They get in enough space on the page,
yeah. And there's like a monologue in the thing that, I mean, obviously is written by modern authors, but
Right.
basically it
Right.
was like, no one's going to remember
No one's
this.
going to remember you.
I was like, I remember thinking that in my, 30
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah, and I thought it was done really well. And the guy that plays the assassin, what an amazing actor. Because he's whacked. And I
Yeah.
mean, he was believable as that character for
He's
sure.
good in a lot of his
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I will
Anyway,
say, like, just a content warning on there. He does spend like 5 years in the Oneida community, and they use that as a way to put sex into the show. So you'll just be watching, and then it'll cut to the Oneida community, and people are getting it on, and it only ever lasts for a little bit, and then it's back to the normal show. But this is the age we live in, where TV shows
got it.
just throwing out
Well,
there.
and it does say,
It does have it on the
mature
warning.
warning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it is there. But that's just so you know, like it does it and then it's back to the show. So it's like, don't have the 5-year-olds in the room, I guess. But like,
Well, not that yeah. Hopefully you're not watching shows that say 18 plus with your 5-year-old anyway. Anyhow, go ahead with your next show recommendation.
okay, it's my turn. So New Girl on Peacock.
What's it called?
New Girl. So
Oh,
this is
okay.
a sitcom that was sort of like mid, like 2010s-ish time, I think, 2006 to 2012. So that's sort of like millennial, whatever kind of thing. And I didn't watch it at the time. I was busy being a mother. So it's all there. I think it's 6 or 7 seasons. It's back
Oh,
when there were like 22 episodes a season. So there's
yeah.
a bunch of it.
Okay.
It's so funny. And it's like unexpectedly funny. Like the reactions of all the characters are really funny. But now like I don't know if I'm not in the last season. I don't know what season it is. It's like the next to the last season. And at this point, everyone's starting to feel like stereotypes of themselves.
Right.
You know how shows develop that way sometimes.
Mhm.
So sometimes I'm kind of like, oh, okay. But those first like 3 seasons,
We're really good.
and they're 22-minute or 20-minute,
Oh, yeah,
they're
they're quick. Yeah.
quick. You laugh. It's hilarious. And it's nice little reminder of life before everything got dumb.
Right. So it's like 20 minutes of, throwback knitting and fun memories, and then you can move on with your day.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So that's on the Peacock streaming
Yeah.
service, NBC.
Okay. What do I have?
And also, again, just because something was on Netflix in the US, it might be on a different streaming service if you're watching from somewhere else. And
Right.
like the New Girl might be on Netflix abroad. Like just
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. On HBO Max, I have been watching. I'm finished with it. I watched Catherine the Great, and I've talked about this before, and it's Helen Mirren, and it's amazing. It's Helen Mirren. Of
Oh,
course,
wait,
it's
I was
amazing.
thinking of someone else. Okay, I was thinking
No,
of
this is
someone else.
Catherine the Great. It's on HBO Max, and Helen, I mean, she's amazing. Just saying. and it's fantastic. And I guess the reason that I watched it too was because, I've been doing a lot of genealogy stuff, and my ancestors were Germans that moved to Russia during Catherine the Great's reign in Russia. And
Uh-huh.
so that was super interesting. Just that perspective was interesting to know that that was the time period when my ancestors were there in Russia.
Yeah.
Um, and it's Helen Mirren. Of course, it's fantastic.
So it's going to be great.
Yeah.
That's great. So that one was on HBO Max, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. That I have not watched that one. There's this other show that I was watching that I gave up on because I do really like period pieces, but there is a trend these days to do a period piece as if it is modern,
Uh-huh.
and those ones I'm kind of like,
It
I don't
is a
know.
little weird to see period pieces where everyone's in a period appropriate historical costuming, but then there's like modern music. And you're like,
Yeah. And like modern attitudes and humor and stuff. And I'm like, I know people weren't all formal. It wasn't all like BBC Pride and Prejudice in the
I
past,
know, I know.
but at the same
Yeah.
time when it's like if you put them in t-shirts and jeans, it would be a modern show. Like that's where I'm kind of like,
I get it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm moving on to Apple TV. Do you have
Oh,
any other HBO?
I do. I
Okay.
do. The other HBO one that I just watched was called The King and the Conqueror.
I haven't heard of that one at
It was
all.
about it was about Harold who
Mhm.
wanted to succeed was it King George, and then William the Conqueror.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that whole story's crazy.
Yeah, so that was really
Oh,
interesting. Of course, the
yeah.
actors are brilliant, and I didn't really know this story, so and I was like, "Wait, did this really happen?" And then I go and Google, and I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah, I haven't
yeah,
seen the show, so I can't comment
okay,
on it, but I know the story. So,
yeah,
like, the fact that that's been made into a show, that does
yeah."
not
And
surprise me.
again, the actors are amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was good.
Oh, that's good to know. I've seen, like, the screen for that, the
Yeah,
recommendation, but I've never clicked through to
I think
see the
there's like 8 episodes. It's not super
Okay.
long.
And
Yeah,
is that like is it one and done? Is it
I don't
like
know.
that?
Oh, yeah, I think it is one and done.
Okay.
Like
Okay,
a
that's good to
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Oh, I might have to. I got to work on my dissertation. This is a dangerous topic. Okay. Are
Okay.
we switching to Apple
Um,
or do you have more HBO?
no, I have you go ahead, switch to Apple.
Okay. So Pluribus is a new show. And
How do
this
you
is
spell this? How do you spell
so
that?
it's PLUR, the number one, but it should be an I, BUS, Pluribus. And it's I will not spoil anything beyond the first episode, beyond the setup of the show.
O-
But there is a alien virus that infects humanity, but it doesn't get everyone.
Okay.
So there are a handful of people around the globe that is not affected by it.
Oh, interesting.
And the
Okay.
way the virus works, it's not like everybody's like it's a zombie, whatever. No, it makes everyone who is infected by it part of a collective mind.
Oh, bizarre.
Yeah. And the way that they show that is really cool. The way that how that acts out
Okay.
in the thing is really, really cool. And like the implications of that and how
Interesting.
that is for them and how that is for the people who aren't and how it is for the different people who aren't because some people just accept it and other people are like I want to get infected and other people are like I don't want anything to do with this, so
Wow. Wow.
it's done by the guy who Vince Gilligan who did Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. It's the
Uh-huh.
same. It's him.
Okay.
It's also in Albuquerque. It's based in Albuquerque, like those were, and it's the Kim from Better Call Saul, his
Uh-huh.
girlfriend. She's
Uh-huh.
the character in
Okay.
that one. So
Interesting.
really good, and it's still going. Like the episodes are still. I think there's like one or two more before the season's done.
Okay.
So that one is. I really like it.
Okay.
I'm remembering that an episode came out last night, and I probably will get my lunch after we're done and go watch it because I like it's one of those where it's like, there's a new one I gotta watch. Okay.
Nice. I have one from BritBox
Okay.
called Ludwig.
Hmm.
And it's interesting because I mean the main character, he's inspired. His job, the main character is a little weird, he's a little wonky, he might be slightly autistic. He's very good with puzzles. He's the person who creates puzzles. Like he'd be the dude that makes the Wordle
Okay.
or that makes the crossword or that
Is he
makes
the guy
the
that makes the connections though? Because
maybe. Anyway, so he's a little bit odd. He lives alone. He's the puzzle master kind of a dude.
okay.
Um his brother, they're twins, by the way. They're identical twins. His brother lives in a different city, and his brother is a detective. Well, and again, I'm not giving you anything that you're not going to learn in the first 10 minutes of the first episode.
Yeah.
Detective guy brother goes missing. And we don't know what's up with that. But detective's wife is like, I don't know what's happening here. I can't find him. He didn't come home from work. She
I
calls,
pause you for a second. Is this, I didn't catch, is this a TV show or a movie?
it's a series.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Okay.
So she calls Puzzle Brother,
Okay.
says, I need you to come and help me. And he's like, no, I'm not leaving my house. Like he doesn't. And she says, well, there's a taxi outside because I knew you would say that. So she makes him get his backpack together
Okay.
and come and help her. So because they're identical twins, she convinces Puzzle Brother to go into the police department, pretend to be Detective Brother.
Okay.
And because he's like very, very observant and, a little bit on the spectrum, he starts solving murders, pretending to be the brother. And he's like, well, and she's like, you weren't supposed to
May
get
as well
involved.
while I'm
You weren't
here.
supposed to do any of that. He goes, yeah, but they were stupid. They didn't see what was happening. And so it's funny. And yeah. So this is called Ludwig
Ludwig. Okay. Just
on,
Ludwig.
yes, on BritBox.
Okay. Nice.
Super funny. And Will and I started watching it together, but then he got diverted as he does with, I don't know, YouTube golf and other shows that he's watching. So I may have to just watch it by myself now. And I don't even think he would remember we were watching it together. It's been that long. But I was kind of waiting for him to finish it. And finally, I'm like, all right, never mind. I'm going to watch it myself.
Yeah. I hate that. That's always like,
I'll go back and watch it with him if he wants to, but I doubt he'll even ever, whatever.
yeah. Sometimes that happens though.
That's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. Because he's watching other stuff. I'm like, well, I don't care anything about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all right.
My next one, my last two are both on Apple TV.
Okay.
The one is Palm Royale.
Huh.
It has Kristen Wiig.
Okay.
So this is the second season going on. The first season, Kristen Wiig is like a social climber. She's in Palm Springs, Florida, and she wants to be in the exclusive club. So she marries someone who is connected with the club, and he's just a good guy. He's not like really into, but he's from a rich family, and she like basically like forces her way into the society.
Okay.
It's a comedy because it's Kristen Wiig.
Okay.
And so second season is out and it's carrying on. Anyway, if you haven't seen it yet, I found it I laugh quite a bit with it.
It was entertaining.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your last Apple TV one?
Okay. Okay. And the other one is also going on right now. All three of my Apple ones are releasing episodes now. It's Down Cemetery Road. And I think it may have been done in partnership with like like a British station.
Okay.
Because it's all British actors. It's set in Britain, and a lot of like the Apple TV ones are actual partnerships.
Somebody else mentioned this at Knit Night lately.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
So this one, again, I won't spoil past what you learn in the first episode.
Yeah.
There's this area of Oxford where it's sort of, you get the impression like it's sort of like kooky people living there in Oxford, England. And this woman's riding her bike home from She's an art restorer at Oxford. You're led to believe. That was my assumption. And she almost runs into this little girl playing in the street,
Okay.
and the mom comes and gets her, and they disappear again. And then they're hosting a dinner party, and there's an explosion in the neighborhood, and that and a house, like a row house, that one of the parts of a row house, it had a gas leak that explodes.
Okay.
And in the course of that, she sees a little girl being taken away,
Right.
and she just becomes obsessed with finding out what happened to this little girl.
Right.
And I'm not going to say anymore because
Yeah.
there's a twist on that really quick. Like, all of that is very early in the first episode.
Okay.
There's a whole lot more that happens after that.
Oh.
But it has Emma Thompson
Oh.
in it. Yeah, and she's great. And I don't know
Wow.
the name of the other lead, who's the woman on
Okay.
the bicycle, but I've seen her in a lot of British shows. It's one of those ones where it's like, Britain has like 40 actors and they're all in this show.
But they're
all
brilliant,
really-
brilliant, and believable in all the different things they do.
They're so well trained. Like, British actors can do anything.
Yeah.
Um,
That sounds like a really good one.
It's really good. And I really like that. All sounds like so much of a show. And it's really like the first 10 minutes, if that, of the
Right.
first episode.
Huh. I might have to watch that this afternoon.
It's really good. It's really good. I would recommend it. Yeah.
Baby kitty. I was looking at
And that's all my recommendations. So
okay.
what else have you got?
I watched, there's one on Netflix. I just remembered it's called Victoria. I watched it on PBS Passport because I support my local Wyoming PBS TV. And so I had watched it originally on Passport. And the reason, and let me just say, you can get PBS through Amazon, but rather than doing that, I would recommend go to your local PBS station and pledge directly through them, because then they get all the money. Like, Amazon doesn't need a cut. Amazon has plenty of money. They don't need a cut. My little tiny Wyoming PBS, they need every dollar.
Yeah.
So then I can download the PBS app on my TV and watch Passport, right?
Yeah.
I don't need it to be a channel on Amazon.
Right.
You see what I mean? But I had watched Victoria, all about Queen Victoria. I had watched that on PBS, but now I'm seeing that it's on Netflix just this week.
It's good.
So,
it is a good series. Yeah. I did the same. I saw it all as Masterpiece Theater show.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a good one.
So, and of course,
crazy. It is crazy to me that she was 18 years old when she became queen, and then basically was there for ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. Anyway. Okay, thus wraps up our episode of What to Watch While Knitting. I'm sure there will be more at another point, but for today, that's probably a pretty good list to tide people over for now.
I think so. You've gotten a good dozen recommendations.
Yeah. So let us know.
Everyone's going to run for, Sean Combs' The Reckoning first, which is understandable.
So if people want to add your recommendations to the comments, do that. I'm always looking to add to my list. So, especially since it's winter and it gets dark earlier, I'm not out gardening and whatever, It was snowing, by the way, earlier this morning.
It snowed here overnight, but it was just a dusting.
Just a little. Yeah, just a little. It's just flurries. So
I'm not shoveling it. It should hopefully melt in the sunlight, direct sunlight. So
okay. All right. Well, I will see you next time.
Okay, sounds good.
Go watch your show and knit your stripe. Or do your homework.
No. Okay.